episodes where we just talk about general life stuff and what video games we've been playing and what we've been into recently. I'm your host, Jess, and as always, I'm accompanied by my co host, Eric.
Hi.
And today we have no really big topic to. Well, we have one really big
I
topic.
was going to say we have one very big topic that needs to be covered.
A promise I have now made that I have sworn to keep to it.
Honestly, that promise is going to irrevocably change the show. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Do you have, before we get to that big promise, do you have anything you want to say? Anything you've been up to recently? Or do you want to get the promise over with?
No, well, man, do I want to like tease people and let them like wait? I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do.
We will
These
save the
episodes are
promise for the.
short. You can wait. You
Yeah,
can look
you
at the
can wait.
runtime. It's not long. You can get there. It's fine. I've been streaming a lot of games. I've been playing TUNIC, which fucking
Yes,
rips. That
TUNIC
game is
looks so cute.
it's so fun. It can be super hard too. I just posted a clip of a boss fight today, and Nina was like freaked out by it. And I've been playing that. I'm probably, by the time this episode comes out, I may be done with TUNIC, so maybe I'm streaming Clair Obscure Expedition 33, which is a new game from this year. I'm like falling in love with Finji, the publisher of TUNIC, because they didn't make it, but some of these they may have made, but they published TUNIC, Exo Colonist, Night in the Woods, Cannon Bolt, like actual game, not flash game, Cannon Bolt, and Chicory. And then this game they gave me a code for, which was very cool, called Wilmot Works It Out, which came out late last year. And it's like a little puzzle game. And I'm like, damn, just banger after banger. All these games. This is crazy. So yeah, that's been cool. And then I finished Blueprints, like the quote unquote the tutorial, basically. When you roll credits, it's like basically the tutorial. Blueprints is going to be a game I'm just going to play for the rest of my life. I think is one of those games. I record every time I play, but nothing super crazy has happened yet that I've wanted to like pull from the audio. Actually, there was one. I haven't posted it yet, but one of these days when I'm just like bored and I have time to edit, I did a run where I made 16 aquariums. In that game.
I saw that post of how stinky that place must be.
Yeah. So basically, there was for like just a simple explanation, there's a weird interaction that was going on, basically, where I had an experiment going in the game where every time I make a gold room, which is shops, every time I make a shop, it adds 3 aquarium to my like deck of cards that basically I can pull to make rooms. And the funny thing about the aquarium is that it counts for every type of room. So every time I made an aquarium, I would get 3 more aquariums. So all of a sudden, by like the 3rd aquarium, I just had 9 plus aquariums just sitting in my deck of things that I could possibly pull. And then on top of that, they also count as bedrooms. And I had a bedroom card that basically says every time I make a bedroom, I get 8 steps. And so on top of that, I had another item that increases my steps. So like the steps are going up and up and up, and my aquariums are going up and up and up, and I just fill the entire house basically with aquariums. And I was like, this place probably smells like ass. Like it probably smells so bad. And it was just the funniest interaction. And I think I recorded just that bit, like the entire thing, and it was just so funny because I was just cracking up. I was like, yep, aquarium, aquarium, like every time. And I was like, yeah, it's just aquariums all the way through. So you might see that on the YouTube channel eventually, but yeah, that was really funny. What's going on with you? How was life while you've been gone?
Life has been for sure.
It's been happening.
Yeah, it's been happening. I had to go on a little month hiatus because of finals.
Yeah.
But I ended up doing really good in those finals. Very happy with all of them. I think my favorite was my intercultural communication final. It was interconnected.
Oh, that's right. Loved that.
Yes. we talked about the impact that I talked about the impact of globalization the impact that globalization of transportation had on car culture. Because I knew the guy that I was paired with, I was not gonna have very similar other cultural beliefs with,
Right.
because it was a blonde hair, blue-eyed, white dude from Fullerton, California.
Hey, where I went to
Yeah.
college.
Um, and he was a criminal justice major and had a lot of political things to say.
Yeah. That sounds
And
about right for that area.
so there was not a lot of things that I knew that we were going to agree on. So I was like, "Hey, his we had to do a like cultural artifact about ourselves."
Mhm.
So I did my quinceañera dress and he did some 1950 forward car. So I was like, "Okay,
Bless you,
you
buddy.
helped your thank you. You helped your dad restore a car. I've helped my dad restore a truck. We'll just do it on car culture."
Right.
And I ended up doing all of the work. I did the first one because he proactively texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm stuck in California and I don't have my laptop. I cannot work on this first thing." And I was like, "Thanks for letting me know. I will I'll get it done." It was just a team contract, so no biggie.
Yeah.
It was just like, "We're going to separate the work evenly, and we are going to communicate when we have issues." And then I sent it to him, and he was like, "Yep, looks good. From what I could see on my phone, looks good. You could submit it." Submit
Mhm.
it, we get 100% on it. And he goes, "Since you did that, and you did so good on it, I'll take care of the next, um, thing, no problem." It was due that Wednesday at 4 p.m. I check our shared Google Doc that's supposed to hold all of our things.
Ugh.
Nothing.
This is like
I
one of those, like, semester-long projects too,
Yeah,
right? Oh
because
god.
the class only met once a week.
Right, you were telling me, like, you got paired with this guy, like, on day 1,
Day
right?
1.
Ugh, the worst, dude.
Um, so I was like it was like 2 p.m. that Wednesday, it was due in 2 hours, he didn't do it. I did it super quickly, and I texted him, like, 5 minutes before class started because he also came to class late every single day and left early every single time.
It's crazy, bro.
So I was like, "Hey, by the way, I turned it in." And he goes, "Thank you so much. I completely forgot. My senioritis was kicking in."
Excuses.
This guy is as old as my brother, my older brother, Jared.
Yeah. Ugh,
He's 22
yeah,
and is having the 19-year-old do all the work.
crazy.
But I ended up getting a 96 on it. I don't know if he got docked points, but I was very, very open with my teacher, and I was like, "Hey, he didn't do shit." And I was like, "I don't want him to not graduate or, like, fail this
Right.
class because of it." But my literal end sentence in that peer evaluation was like, "I don't want this to completely derail his semester. However, however, comma,
Yeah,
there is a reason I was the only one who turned in any of the work ever."
right.
And then I sent it off, and my teacher was like, "Thanks for the very, open
Yeah,
conversation that you just had with me." And I was like, "Yep,
yeah. You're like,
uh-huh."
I don't want it to ruin his college experience and possibly hold him back a year, but I wouldn't hate it. Like,
Like,
you know,
um,
might be deserved.
that one was fun, and then my communicating within nature and environmentalisms was very fun. I had to
Nice.
spend 5 hours with nature and talk about it.
It's a
Um,
good thing to do.
and it was either write a 1,500 page paper about nature or write 600 words and include, like, 3 pictures. So I went with the pictures in 600 words because why the fuck wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And I ended up writing 1,300 words, and I got a 96 on it.
Nice.
So yeah, ended the semester really fun, but there was a lot of work that went into all of my
Mm.
finals. Um, oh, and I've officially declared my minor. I am
Oh,
officially a French minor.
nice.
Um,
I don't think I had a minor. I don't think I ever went that way.
ow. I just hit my
Yeah.
head with my door.
Yeah, I heard it sounded like Jingle Bells. What
I
happened?
do have jingle bells on my door because
Okay. I
I
was
got a
like,
little
"What?"
paranoid at some point. Um, because I thought I saw something in my closet
Fair.
because I've been cleaning it out, so it's been like an empty void when I
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
off the lights. So I put jingle bells on the front of. It was actually a thing I bought for my dog when I was trying to train him to ring the
Yeah,
bells to go outside.
gotcha.
But now it just goes on here to make sure that there's no intruders in here. But yeah, other than that, moved back home, trying to donate some clothes. If you are looking to buy teenager clothes,
Yeah,
hit me up.
yeah.
Um,
Hit her up in the Discord. We'll have a very limited Jess's Closet channel.
um, and I played all of The Last of Us, which
Yeah.
is very fun, and I
First
have an episode
episode.
part 1, yes.
Yeah.
Um, the remastered version in 26 the 20 no. Yes? I don't know. It's Last of Us
It's been
Remastered Part 1. It's
it's
on the
been
PS4.
remastered 3 times already. So,
It's on the PS4.
yeah.
Played that through, have an episode idea in case we need a new filler episode, a new
Oh.
Between the Games about, The Last of Us, where we compare and contrast how we feel about the show and the
So
game,
first season of the show and first game.
yeah.
Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah. I'd like
Um,
that. Cuz yeah, I played
played
the first game. I tried streaming the second one and I've tried to play that game twice and both times I've lost interest. Uh it's just not as good as the first one. Uh Still good, but it's just not as good as the first one.
Yeah.
Um But if you play it and you like it, then maybe we'll talk about it too. I just needed a little extra motivation to play it, I think is the thing.
Yeah. There were
But
some
yeah,
times where I was like, "I don't really want to play it," but
right.
I had a captive audience who was like, Jess, you need to play it." So I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah.
Um,
That does help for sure.
but yeah, I think it's a wonderful game. I loved it immensely. I was told I like speed ran it.
Mm.
Um, on my last day of playing it, my friend who was bringing it over was like, "Yeah, you might have like 3 more playthroughs because I had just hit winter.
Mhm.
You have like 3 more playthroughs and then you'll be done." And then
Mhm.
we got it done within like 3.5 hours in that sitting from
Nice.
winter to the end.
That's crazy.
And he
Dude,
was
the
like,
winter stuff is gnarly. That's a
"Yeah."
such a good part of that game.
But so yeah, it was such a fun game. I stopped talking about it in the Discord because I had my own little thread about it,
Mhm.
but I stopped talking about it because I thought of that
Yeah.
episode idea and I was like, I should save some thoughts.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Um,
That'd be fun. I'd like that. I speaking of PlayStation, I did just buy a
a
PlayStation
PS.
5. Right on the cusp. We're 2 days away from the Switch 2 coming out, and I bought a PlayStation 5. Uh, because Jordan, shout out to Cognitive Clips, was like, "Hey, do you want to buy my PlayStation?" I was like, "Yeah, I do
Yes.
actually."
Yes.
Uh,
In fact.
so I have it. I slapped a nice new black plates on it because everything in my room is black except like it. There's I kept making the joke. I was because the PlayStation 5 comes in with white plates, and I kept joking that I'm the only white thing in my office. So aside from these closet doors, but yeah, so I was like, I gotta get the black plates. So I ordered those the same day I paid for it from Jordan. That got shipped, and then I'm on the waiting list for the Nintendo Switch 2. So when Nintendo emails me and says, "Hey, do you want to buy one?" I'll do it, but that might not be for like a year, for all I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going to Best Buy, going at midnight, seeing testing my luck because that's how I bought my original Switch. I was in this exact same scenario of being like, I don't think I'm gonna buy it day one. And then like the week before, I was like, what the fuck am I thinking? Of
What
course
am
I
I
want it.
doing?
Yeah. And then, but obviously the original Switch was like $300. So it's
Yeah.
like way less of an investment, especially when you're not paying rent. You're living at your mom's house. Like, I was like, and then I hit up my buddy. I was like, hey, do you want to go wait in line with me at Best Buy? And I bought that Switch and I still have that day one Switch still running.
Yeah.
Uh,
Me and my brother still have our day one Switch.
yeah. This
Barely
thing
coughing, but it's still working.
Those things either last forever or they break in like 3 months. And then, yeah, so I was like, do I do that? But it seems like the only stores, the only midnight stuff is for people who have already pre-ordered. So
Yeah.
I don't think if you're in the Discord or follow me on Blue Sky, you will know if I have gotten Nintendo Switch or not. Because yeah, that'd be cool. But in reality, I really only want to get it because I'm worried it's going to be like $800 in 6 months, because of the price of everything going up.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm not, I really my original plan before fucking tariffs was that I was gonna wait until like September to buy it,
Mhm.
because then I would have multiple whatever came out over the summer, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong. There's one other thing I think that's coming out over the summer, and then I would have. There's a bunch of stuff coming out in the fall, so buying it in September, I could have played those games and then played whatever came out for the rest of the year and been cool. Um,
However,
but,
comma.
but yeah, then tariffs, and I was like, oh, this could be very expensive by then, so I need to buy it as soon as possible. If I get that opportunity, great. If not, oh well. We don't really cover like brand new games on this show anywhere, so I don't really care. Um, and Nintendo's weird about streaming their games on Twitch anyways, so whatever.
Whatever.
Um, but also another transition of PlayStation, kind of. Would you like to reveal the news that this news has been sitting for like 2 months because we lost the fucking
We
episode
lost the
that,
episode.
yeah, that we made this declaration that you had, um, which is fine because it's not like it's been happening, right? It
Yeah.
hasn't started yet, so it's fine. But I've known this for 2 months and I haven't been able to tell anybody. So, Jess, would you like to reveal for the people your big promise that you've made to this show?
Yes, and to my friend Connor and Dyson and I think no, an M.
Me.
And Eric. But those 3 because they were impacted by the April Fool's joke.
Oh,
Um, it
yes.
was this has been a promise out of guilt because I feel bad about the April Fool's episode because I had 3 people very excited about it. So, as reparations for our April Fool's joke, I will be playing Persona 5,
Yes.
and we will have little updates and check-ins, and I
Yep.
will finally understand everything that Eric says whenever he's like, "It's a Persona thing."
It's a Persona thing. You're Futaba. It's great. I'm so excited. Oh man. Yeah, I am so excited for that. I will maybe I'll play through it again. I don't know. I might buy it on PC and just mod the hell out of it so that I can like go through it way quicker. But there is also like speaking of Persona, there's also the rumor that Persona 4 will get a remake this
Remake.
year.
Yeah.
I'm fucked if that happens, bro. Oh my god. That's gonna be my whole life. I like nothing. I'm gonna play that all the time.
All the time.
But Persona 5, I'm
Persona
so
5.
excited. Persona 5
Yes.
Royale. It's gonna be you're gonna really enjoy it. Honestly, if you really like it, it will open you up to so many games that it's gonna like change your gaming life completely. Um yeah, I am so excited. Like you guys are gonna get so much content because um by the time this has come out, we probably already have the other side show because I got that buffer episode I did of Between the Games that I had to just fill in time because I was like, fuck, I lost an episode. And me being crazy and not being like, I'll just wait a week. I was like, no, I'll just
Let me
record
just
myself
record now.
let me just talk to myself for 15 minutes. People really liked it, and people reached out and they're like, "Hey, that was pretty cool." And I was like, "Well, that's not Between the Games, so I need to make this a different show," which I've currently at time of recording have been referring it to as Free
Free
Roam,
roaming. Okay,
uh,
free roam.
Free Roam, which I like, and I think I'm gonna stick with it.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too because it doesn't it can be whatever I want it to be, and some people might come on, Jess might come on, maybe those will be the times we talk about Persona, or I literally just make a you'll never see it coming show, and that's the name of the Persona episodes where when she really needs to call me, we just hop on and I talk and hit record for like however long, and then that's it. And then you guys just get sporadic episodes as
Random episodes.
just little Persona bombs that get
Little
dropped in the
5-minute
feed.
Persona. Why did you tell me?
Yeah, that would be great. I need you to take notes though while you're
I
playing,
will,
which
yes.
you've practiced now, which is good. You've been
Yes.
practicing for 2.5 years.
I have my little brain dump channel.
Yeah. So that's the foreseeable future for this show. Next, like by the time this comes out, the next full episode of Short Game Long Talk, we'll have Jackie from Fake Gamer Bros on. Um, I did that on accident, but it's Fake Gamer Bro. Jackie,
Ah,
uh, Jackie calls our show Short Games Long Talk a lot, so I accidentally threw
added
an
the
S
S.
at the end
Mm,
subliminally. I didn't mean to do that, but it is Fake Gamer Bro. That's their podcast about mobile games
mobile
mostly,
games.
and
Yes.
also they do a very cool 10-minute like speed run basically of an episode every once in a while where they talk for 10 minutes, and literally it cracks me up every time they go too long with the co-host because the music just kicks in and their voices fade out. It's just over. Kills me. Go listen to the show. It's very fun. Um, we're going to be playing a game that they helped beta test, which is cool.
Yes.
So we can kind of get some insight into that because I've always wanted to do that. I've never gotten to beta test a game um, called Expelled, which we'll be playing.
Yes.
Um, stringing to, we're keeping me in blueprints mode. Um, I went from blueprints to Tunic, which allows me to solve some puzzles, and then we're going to go into Expelled, and then we're going to keep that shit going and go straight into the Outer Wilds
Outer Wilds.
with Remy and a bee. They'll be coming back, which
Yeah.
that's going to be a big episode. I don't
Yeah.
know if we'll have time for a between the games recording after that episode because
I think
I
we're
know a
gonna have
bees
to
game
record
because that
like
dude stayed up until like 1 a.m.
1 in the morning to talk to
Yeah,
us.
but Remy's big time now. He just got his Peabody Award, which is
Peabody.
crazy, dude. We have a Peabody winning guest that's been on this show, which is crazy.
A Peabody winning person follows me back. Not a lot of people can say that.
No, it's crazy, man. It's very cool. We're very excited for Remy. They have a lot of cool
Yes.
stuff going on for Thousand Times Resist. They got merch. They have stickers, shirts. They have a vinyl. They have a zine. It's awesome. It's very cool. I'm very happy for Remy and all of them over at Sunset Visitor.
Sunset.
Um, super cool place. They have a Discord too if you want to go check that out. But that's
Yeah.
that I don't want to say too much further because that's the next like two and a
Two
half
months.
months. Yeah, there's
We have
still
a
some stuff.
lot lined up,
There's still
guys.
some stuff every once in a while because me and Jess we record all in one go. Right, we do our recording of the episode with a guest that we've had for the last couple months, and then we do it between the games. Um, so we don't really talk about the show until about a week before. We just check in and be like, "Hey, how's it going with the game?" And do we need to make any changes, especially during the school year when finals came up and you're like, hey, I can't. I was like, yeah, fine, go ahead, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I
It's
was
finals.
you texted sorry, very quick anecdote.
No, yeah, you're good.
Eric texted me, "Hey, have you gotten a chance to play this game?" I had my nature log because I had to log every time I went and hung out with nature. My nature log, like, on the floor right to my right, and then I had my cars to my, like, center because I was doing my research on my cars.
Mm.
Um, and then I had my astronomy final to my left, and then I had my French speaking final questions all the way right next to me. And I, like, looked around and I went, "I can't do this."
Oh, because it was a longer game too. It was like 10-ish hours. So yeah, no,
So I was
it was
like, "No, I can't. I have finals." Like,
yeah.
just
That's always been a part of this show, right? Like when we can't make it, it's totally fine. We can make it work another way. And I'm glad you focused because clearly the results paid off, right?
Yes,
Missing one episode paid off.
I was the best, speaker in the French class. Um, I got hundreds 100 on my astronomy final, and then 96 and 97 on my intercultural and nature, and then I'm missing a class. Oh, because that class didn't have a final.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you made the priority school, which is important.
Academic
Uh,
weapon.
yeah. Academic weapon? Wait, hold on. What?
I'm an academic weapon.
Oh, okay.
I'm good with my academics.
Hell yeah. Okay. I like that. That's a good term. Um, but yeah, we every once in a while when we check in, we're like, damn, show is the rest of the year is stacked. Like,
Stacked.
because it used to be when we started the show, we would alternate. and then we started getting guests, and I let them pick, and then we would start getting guests, and then it would come to the point of like, oh, these are some options that we would give them, and then they'd pick, or they'd come to the show with stuff, or they'd, it'd be somebody like, Kayla just said she was our last guest, and she was like, oh, if you guys play Oxenfree 2, I'd love to come on. And it's like, well, yeah, now we have to do that, right? Like,
Yeah.
so the slots start filling up. But that's why, episodes like Coffee Talk and things like that, when it's just us, we'll definitely still have some more episodes like that for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I have no idea how we're gonna do our game of the year this year, because it's been like a lot of guests, a lot
A
of,
lot.
we had a couple games that you've missed and things like that. So I'm gonna think of something. And it's funny we're talking about this because it's just now June. Like, that's 6 months away, but it's just flying by. Like, we have the
Yeah.
rest of the year scheduled, and it's
Except for
crazy.
1 month. No, wait, no. That got
Nope,
filled too.
it got filled. That's what I'm saying. It's going quick, and a lot of exciting things in the future, including, I mean, we can. Do you have anything else, or can we start wrapping up a little bit?
No, let's wrap up.
Yeah, so including, it was announced in the last episode, but if you're somebody that just listens to the Between the Games episodes, we now have a new member or new shows on the Corner of the Internet network, which, Bill from 70% Complete and his co-host Logan are now a part of the Corner of the Internet network, as well as Phil's show Point to Point. That's his solo show. 70% Complete is it used to be Codex. If you listened to that before, it's one of my favorite podcasts out there. I've been a fan for a little over a year now, basically since they started Codex and slowly transitioned to 70% Complete. And yeah, it's a really cool show. Their tagline is basically that the tangent is the topic, because they never know what they're going to bring. They usually surprise the other person with a topic, which is really fun. And then Point to Point is whenever Phil is driving alone, he just records himself talking about something and tries to cover his point before he reaches his point of destination. And it's been a lot of fun. So, and then they also have a website, it's 70% Complete, which Phil writes exceptional blog pieces that only take a couple
Yes.
minutes to read, and he's a very good writer. So go check those out. We're happy to have them. It's been very cool to have them as part of the network now. But Jess, what about our stuff?
Actually, you're supposed to be linking our stuff.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Do you
So
wanna hit us with our socials?
yes, I do. Look at that. Look at that. You taking charge, academic weapon. That should be your gamer tag. I love that. But yeah, if you want to follow us on any socials, you can look up Short Game Long Talk. We're really only active on Blue Sky, and for the most part, Blue Sky is just for, if you want to reach out to us or get updates on the show, it'll be there. But if you want to follow us personally, our Blue Skies and stuff will also be in the link below. Main place to reach us, though, is the Discord, Corner of the Internet Discord. That's where we're most active. That's where we're at personally. If you want to join us there, it's a fun place to be. A lot of discussions about ice cream
Yeah.
recently, which was that's Phil's doing. I think he's a big fan of ice cream. I didn't know that.
Good chance.
But hey, good for him. I think it's because he said he grew up in Wisconsin, so they probably have really good dairy stuff
Yeah.
there.
I would assume
So
so.
if you want to talk about ice cream or pets or books or games or anything really, you can find your own corner there. It's a very cool place, and I'm really happy the way it's shaping out to be. It's been a fun place so far. But yeah, everything's in the show notes, link trees for our socials, for the Discord, for the show's socials. And if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Mr. The Human Plays. I stream every Monday and sometimes Wednesdays and randomly on the weekends. If you want me to stream something, let me know. I take requests. So that's basically it.
That's it. We'll see you guys in the next episode, and take care on your way.
Bye. It's fun talking about like what's happening with the show, because like just a tiny little show that I thought up at a coffee shop randomly, and then now we're
That you
here.
brought towards me in a pool.
Yeah, like, "Hey, you wanna do this?" Like, "Sure." We weren't even in college yet.
No, I was still in high school,
Yeah,
and
you're
now
a
I'm going into
senior in
my
high school.
3rd year of college.